shut up is a curse word, bro.
I mean, good.
You might want to check yourself.
Shut the whole.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, hey, they come up on some money. It's like, yo, we got some money. No, we gotta do the right thing and try to find the owner of this money. Like, God damn, mama, like we broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? You got me and you got me and JJ sleeping in the fold out couch in the front of the goddamn room. You know what I'm saying? Forever. JJ like 35. And but it's cool because your high sense of morality is there, and we've got Black Jesus still. And as long as Michael can still say he believes in Jesus, everything's cool.
This dude is like Richard Gere's character in Pretty Woman. He don't build jack. He just comes in and does what he does. There's a difference.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
What's going on in the house? Welcome to a new episode of 5-Minute Warning with your boy, Ruben, in the house. And today, got my man, my mellow, AG. What's going on, AG?
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Beautiful, beautiful. Moby will not be with us today. He is a little under the weather. We wish him the best, and we can't wait to see him back next week. But how you been, man? How was your week?
It was good, man. It was good. I can't disclose yet why it was so good, but it was good.
All right. Well, that's good. I mean, hey, man, when it's good, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's good stuff. Good stuff. Mine was good as well. Can't really complain. Just trying to live the life out here that people want to take from me. I don't know why they want to take it
your
from
life
me.
away.
I got no idea. Really, nobody. But I always wanted to say some shit like that because
Really, you saying you're faking right now, right?
I mean, I want somebody to want my life, but nobody wants my life, so I'm good.
I'm gonna let you have that.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I need one. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking for one. Just one mic. So, hey, man. I think the dopest thing that happened last week for real though is shout out to to De La Soul. Yo, man. That stuff is on Spotify now.
Okay, yeah, because number one,
oh my God,
rest in peace. I didn't realize one of the members had died.
Yeah.
And then, how come it took them so long? Or did they just not want to be part of all that?
Nah, man, it's all caught up. From what I understand, it's their musical, their stuff is just caught up. A whole bunch of litigation. Somebody owns it. Not them. It's all crazy. But
wow.
Somehow basically they're just like, yo, we own now. So, bro, the greatest thing was rolling down the street, listening to me, myself, and I, on Spotify. Cause man, finding that is like the hardest shit ever. I found it once, but it was like a remix, and I was like, I don't want that. But it's on the videos on YouTube, and listen to YouTube's okay, but it's not the same.
I understand,
bro. I mean, because I looked at my Spotify, I think it was Friday, and I was like, holy shit, about damn time. It sucks that I think it's Dove. Dove passed away before he could see that happen. So, but shout out to De La Soul, man. De La Soul was always, the member who didn't get enough love. Like De La Soul was awesome.
The member who didn't get enough love. I don't know about that.
No. As far as all the groups, with Jungle Brothers and Tribe Called Quest and Latifah and all of them, De La Soul didn't get the love and the appreciation that the rest of them got.
They did.
So, I don't feel as they did. Now, I don't know if that's because of all of the hangups with their music, as far
or the
as
hangups.
Who control what?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that was the problem. So that could have been it. But yeah, man, I always like Buddy. Yo, that track is dope. The remix with Queen Latifah and Moni Love on it,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. That
Well, actually,
whole
anything with Money Love on is pretty good.
I, man, you're like the second person who's ever said that, man. Because I'm the first. I love Moni Love. I think Moni Love was
Wait,
better
wait,
than
wait,
Queen
wait,
Latifah.
wait, wait. How can I thought Money Love was like all that in the bag of flames? How can we be the only two people ever say that? I don't believe
I
that.
mean, but realistically, when people talk about Moni Love, they're like, "Who's that?" Because all they remember is Queen Latifah, and I'm just like, bro, Moni Love is it ish.
Man, she killed ladies first. Are you serious
Man,
right
now? Look, I'm with you. I'm just saying that everybody else
Okay.
feeling Moni Love like that, and I'm just like, yo, I feel like Moni Love basically didn't have a good career because of Queen Latifah, and
How you
that's all
figure
I'm gonna
that?
say on that. Cause man, I mean, you got the first album.
But it wasn't hers. She was just featured.
No, I'm saying Moni Love's first album was dope.
Okay.
And then she came out with another one and it was Ghost.
So
Like,
how does that have anything to do with Queen Latifah?
because they were rolling deep together. It's like Queen Latifah blew up, UNITY and all this other crap. And she blew up, but you would have thought Moni Love would have blew up with her, but she didn't.
But that's not Latifah's fault.
I'm not saying it's her fault. I will
You
say
just did. You literally just did.
I did say it was her fault. I believe she didn't help her enough. And that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't know no facts. I'm just saying this is my opinion.
Man,
That's it.
if she had issues with the record company, if she had issues with the flavor unit, that's her problem. Now, I do agree that I'm surprised that she didn't do a lot better, commercially. But at the same time, it's like I don't know.
So,
if that's
and I'm not gonna say Queen Latifah is whack because I don't think she's whack.
Me neither.
But if you, no, I don't think she's whack. But if you put her beside Moni Love, there's no contest.
Well, I'm not gonna go that far. They certainly had different styles, but at the same time, I think for me, I was surprised that Moni Love didn't do better.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I mean, that's a long time ago. I mean, I still feel like he didn't get pushed like Queen Latifah did. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know if she just had issues or she just sucked the United States, which is highly possible. She could have just crashed and burned in the United States. I don't know. But all I know is I'm glad De La Soul is now. The whole discography is now on Spotify and everywhere else. So
I will say, Ruben, the next time you probably don't want to lead with an accusatory statement.
What?
Because you accuse Queen Latifah of killing this woman's career.
I mean,
and then you're like, well, man, don't do that.
She don't listen to this show. Who cares?
Oh my God. Okay. Moving on.
So let's talk about some crazy world, man. And I got a couple articles, real super quick articles that we're not gonna spend a whole bunch of time on because your face is gonna say everything that it needs to say. So a pet goes through the X-ray machine at Norfolk Airport.
Okay.
So I guess somebody tried to
back up.
That's right.
What? A pet goes through the X-ray in Norfolk International.
Yep. Norfolk International Airport. So apparently,
wait a minute. She didn't
check the pet.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Because there's got to be more.
I mean, so the pet was in a carry-on bag, and I don't know if they forgot or what.
No,
but when you gotta go through TSA, you gotta go. Your bag's gotta go through the X-ray machine.
Yes.
And she put the case up there, and then they were just like, "What?" Literally, because pets are not permitted inside airport terminals unless they're traveling in a kennel or carrier. So she literally tried to sneak her pet in her bag because she didn't want to check the pet.
You realize that's borderline animal cruelty, don't you? Just don't put an animal in a duffel bag. What's wrong with just check? Look, man, look. If you got pets and you're traveling, take the pet to a kennel, leave it with a friend, or have a carrier. Either way, you good.
So basically, what they did is the TSA woman was like, "Look, you have to go because it's not the proper way to go through the checkpoint. The proper way to go through the checkpoint is the owner holds a pet and they go through the checkpoint together. So that's what they did. And unfortunately, yes, Moco Cowboy, they did let the cat out the bag. That was a horrible ass joke.
No, what? That was good.
Man, whatever.
That was good. You know it was good.
Yeah, but if you're passing through with a pet, there are pet relief areas in some of the spots, and there are grassy areas some of the spots, so the pet can do their business. But yeah, I guess she decided to sneak the pet, and then I can't imagine she forgot about the pet, but
you give this person way too much credit.
That she forgot about the pet? No, she probably just didn't want to fucking pay for it. Excuse me.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, that's what it is. Yeah,
exactly.
And then you put that cat through that shit, and then had to go through it again. That's foul. And let's be real. Yo, man, I am cynical. I've realized that I'm a very cynical man. I am. I'm either cynical or the asshole. I think they're kind of close. So, it is what it is. Yo, man, really? Yo, cheap ass put your cat through that shit. All you had to do is just pay the extra like $75 to kennel his ass. Now, I understand you can't keep the pet on the plane with you. That motherfucker's going underneath the plane. But you want to keep your punk ass pet with you. So they should just kick their ass off the flight. My opinion. So
did they?
No.
Okay.
They went through normal, and I guess she probably had to pay extra. But I mean, shit, you put the cat through the X-ray machine twice, yo. But you shouldn't have put it through that part of the X-ray machine. What a dumbass. All right. Crypto mining operation found in a school crawl space.
Go ahead with the article.
So apparently, someone set up a secret cryptocurrency mining operation in a small space at the school, at a school. They don't say if it's a high school or whatever in Massachusetts.
Why do you have to do that at a school?
Well, because they had it all hooked up to electricity and stuff. So, like, apparently, when you're mining crypto, that's 24/7, and that shit takes a lot of power, a lot of computers and shit. So he had all this shit hooked up to the school shit. So, like, it wasn't at his house.
So another cheapskate is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah. And basically, what happened was they were just like, "Why has the school got so much power going to it?" And so they went, and it was just the IT director was like, "What the fuck?" And they found it. And it was a cryptocurrency mining operation.
Okay, my thing is, if you're doing crypto mining and you're not making enough money to cover the bills that it was required to do crypto mining, then you probably aren't very good at it.
I mean, probably not. The dude was 39 years old, and he put that joint like at the bottom of the school, and they found it because I guess they did a routine inspection, and some computers just weren't in the spot where it's supposed to be, and they found electrical wires, temporary duct work done. So he hid that shit, and he was just mining cryptocurrency throughout.
Was this in Florida?
No, I was in Massachusetts.
Okay.
They had to call Homeland Security up in this.
I'm sure they call a whole lot of people.
Now, they said they called the Coast Guard Investigative Service.
Coast Guard?
I mean, I didn't realize they had a CGIS, but, whatever. Yeah, they called him out, and it was like, and after a 3-month investigation, the dude was identified. It took him 3 months to figure out who it was. He left his job, and a criminal complaint was issued. That's it. That's all we know. So he tried. I hope he got a lot of money off that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I don't think he did. I think he got a whole lot of jail.
If they caught him, I mean, they didn't say they caught him or not. So,
man, people that do stuff like that, they're gonna get caught. Trust me. They're not smart enough not to get caught.
Yep, I hear that. So, if you're in New York City, well, probably anywhere, but specifically New York City, and you got some Apple AirPods Max headphones, yo, man, that ain't the move. Because apparently people are going by and they are snatching those headphones off their head and speeding out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On mopeds.
That makes sense.
They just came, yoinked to his joints, we out. And apparently those things are $549. So first of all, I'm just being real. $549 for some headphones? I mean, can you hear the future? Like, what the F, man?
Why are you even going there with this, man?
I mean, yo, $549 for damn headphones.
That is kind of like, I mean, come on, man. That's going right for a really good pair of headphones.
These
and actually, in my world, $549 is like mid-range, for real.
So, AG,
yes.
If you had a pair of headphones that are $549, would they ever leave your house?
Sure.
Only if what?
Only if nothing.
So you would just walk down the street with a pair of $600 headphones?
I bought them to be mobile. Yes, I would leave the house with a $600 pair of headphones.
Man. and that's why 21 people got them stolen.
So wait a minute, let me get it straight. You enjoy listening to your music a certain way. You have paid your hard-earned money to hear it a certain way. You didn't want cable, so you got the nicest pair of Bluetooth headphones that you could find. You like over the ear, so you bought Apple's new over the ear headphones. They are meant to go out of the house because they are meant to go wherever your music is. Your music is in your pocket, so they're on your person. Now, if people are running around stealing them, you might want to be cautious, but I bought those $600 headphones to be mobile. Period. Now, if you want to have some renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance to cover it, okay. But I'm not paying all that money for them to stay at the house. I'm paying all that money so I could live my life the way I want to live it, musically anyway.
And that's right. You said the exact sentence. I ain't paying all that money.
Oh my
hell to the no. Nope. Not for $600 headphones, man. Nope.
Everybody's got their something, Ruben.
You're right. Everybody does got their something. And like, I guess if I did have $600 headphones and I was going to be walking about in the world, you're right. I probably will put some sort of insurance on them because Lord knows. I mean, I got insurance on my phone and that costs a G. So I got insurance on that. So yeah, you're probably right. I would probably put some Apple Care on those joints. And then I probably wouldn't care, but still, there's some people who don't have Apple Care, man, and they're walking down the street, mind their own business. Somebody just joints some joints off their head. Like, that's foul.
It is foul, but it's not. Man, at some point, you have to live your life, man.
You're right.
Like I said, people that invest in personal headphones that cost that much, hey, man, at some point, you got to live your life. You want to hear music the way you want to hear music, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, keep your head on a swivel, understand your surroundings, all those things. But my dad always told me, if somebody want to get you, you're going to get got.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So you would use these. I can see you having these for, the podcasting and stuff like this.
Sure.
So I guess my question is, are these headphones that good?
I believe they are. Some of the things that, high fidelity headphones do, I'm not looking for them to do. However, in my world, $1,400 for a pair of headphones is not unheard of. In fact, the headphones that I want to buy next are $1,400. They do different things, but the concept is the same. If you want to hear spatial audio and that's your thing, and you spend many, many hours listening to, like we were just talking about De La Soul, and you want to hear, De La Soul's new remastered spatial audio version of their stuff, you're going to go out and pay $600. Like if I want to hear audio a certain way that's accurate at a coffee shop with with 50 people in it making noise, I'm going to pay $1,400 for the headphones I want to have. Some people pay $5,000 for the same thing. It all depends on what you want. Like I said, everybody's got their something. Now, again, you might want to put insurance on this stuff because people out there stealing headphones, stealing Jordans, stealing whatever.
Stealing Jordans.
But I'm just saying, man, it's just like at some point you got to live your life. You do.
So,
I ain't mad at them.
How much you know about these headphones, AG? Quite a bit.
I mean, I know a little bit. I mean, I've heard them and they sound good. I haven't heard spatial audio, but I've heard them. They sound good.
Can you answer KV Yako's question?
Well, that all depends on the media that you're listening to. So yes, it does pass lossless if you're listening to a lossless file.
Okay.
So like if you're listening to Apple Music or if you're listening to Spotify and they're passing lossless content, then yeah, it's going to go Bluetooth and lossless.
I don't even know what that is, so we're going.
Well, some like an MP3 is super compressed.
Correct.
It's really compressed, and because it's compressed, it doesn't have all the information or the bandwidth, or I'm sorry, not bandwidth, but the dynamic range that a WAV file has. That's how they can compress it in this little small thing you can pass over email. Because if it was a WAV file, it would take all day.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it'll pass it as long as you're listening to something that's lossless. Then it'll be lossless, no matter what medium you're hearing it on.
Okay. All right then.
But yeah, like I said, man, I mean, I ain't mad at people. Like I said, whatever it is that you do, if somebody want to get it, they're gonna get it. Let them have it, be insured, or have enough money to go buy you another pair, or whatever it is. But live your life and stop playing.
Gotcha. All right. And the last article for the day, West Virginia is giving people money back to come back to live there.
I'm not going back. I don't even live there. They give me all the money in the world. No, I'm good.
There's a Senate, the West Virginia Senate passed a bill that would give $25,000 in tax credits to former residents who moved back to the state to work. 25 G's.
They're having issues. Anytime an entity wants to give you anything, they're feeling threatened. Don't go back. But okay, when people leave a state en masse, you have all that tax revenue that's gone and not being replaced. And then you're gonna have to wait 18 years for the next person to be able to pay taxes to give you that money back. It's almost like one of those things where you don't think you have any power, but they can't fire all of us. They can't arrest us all either. So if people get fed up, it's like I tell Lauren all the time, you want to really, really cancel somebody, just stop. Just stop. Whatever it is. Don't return a call or stop, patronizing an establishment or whatever it is. Everything that you want will come to you. So what they're doing is they're trying to get people to come back to a state that they left because it was awful to live there. Unless you're a coal miner, there's not a whole lot going, or if you're in one of the colleges, there's not a whole lot going on in West Virginia.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't deny it either. So it's like, hey, come back to West Virginia. We'll give you a $25,000 tax credit to come back. And, that's their way of saying, please don't leave. I'm going to be broke if you do. It's just like teachers. If teachers want to be paid like they should be paid, stop going to college to be a teacher. They'll change their tune. They'll find all that money that they say they don't have to pay you. But y'all keep going to college to be a teacher. Y'all keep putting up with that foolishness. Okay.
Yep.
As long as you're going to be a teacher, we're going to pay you what we want to pay you. When you stop teaching en masse, that's when they start acting like they got good sense.
AKA Florida.
Or any state. It don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, the teachers are talking about April, they're walking out.
Exactly.
We'll see.
DeSantis think they playing. But I'm
we'll
telling
find
you,
out they are not.
And see, with the teachers, it's a really particular situation that you have to understand and be careful because you don't see. Here's the thing with me, and I when Lauren was in the school system, I noticed this a lot, and I've dated teachers before. What I found was a lot of nice cars in the parking lot, a lot of nicely dressed teachers, whatever it is, and 90% of those people had husbands. This is not a sexist remark. This is telling you that you are dealing with a demographic that has support enough to say, well, I got a husband at home. I'm gonna quit today. I'm tired of this foolishness. You got to be careful of that. These are not people that don't have choices. Now, will it get a little tight at home? Sure it will. Maybe. But I know for me, I told Lauren, I was like, look, man, this foolishness you're going through every year, it's time to go. You need to quit. This is stupid. So what I'm telling you is,
And you gotta.
well, exactly. So what I'm telling you is, at some point, people get sick, tired of being sick and tired, and they move out of state, and they stay gone. They come back to visit, but they stay gone.
They go.
And if you staying with Big Mama, you ain't paying hotel taxes, so they mean they ain't got no money coming and going. That's why they're offering you $25,000 tax credit to come back. The last time I heard a state doing that was Alaska, which Alaska was the final frontier. This is West Virginia we're talking about. Exactly. Yeah. So again, man, you can't arrest us all. You keep playing. I'll just stop buying them $7 coffees and see what happens.
They lost 3.2% of their population between 2010 and 2020, which is about 59,000 people. And they've lost in that span, they lost a greater percentage of residents than any other state.
Do you know how much tax money that is? Gone.
Oh yeah. And it's been such a problem due to the long-term declines in the coal, steel, and under industries. So yeah.
Just saying.
So
tax one if you want to.
I mean, West Virginia.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
I mean, where's the chances they'd be like, yo, Virginia, you want to buy us?
No. We good.
I hear that. So, man, that's my crazy world for the day. What you got going on today for us, AG?
Well, kind of what we were talking about before. A little bit.
Okay.
Because the next time I hear a woman say she don't need a man, I think I'm gonna just be like, are you freaking serious? I just want for 1 year.
Wow.
1 year for men not to be available without being paid or without being compensated. I want to see what that looks like.
So you got to pay me to be with you? Wow.
No, every time you ask me to do something, it's not going to be a kiss on the cheek and a thank you and a 6-pack of beer. No, pay me what I'm worth, or don't ask me. I want a year where men aren't stupid enough to find themselves in ridiculous and unreasonable amount of debt trying to make a woman happy. Because see, if you're gonna say stuff about the patriarchy and everything that it means, I want to see what it's like when all of those things come true. Okay. All of them, not just the part where you feel like you don't have any power. I mean, all of it.
Wow. What's the chance of that happening?
Oh, it's never going to happen. Because men are always going to be stupid. We're always going to be stupid. Boo boo, can you do this for me? I got you, girl. Even though you disrespect me every day.
I mean, yeah.
I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, a woman can walk up on you and say, you ain't shit. Okay.
I mean, maybe some people.
All I'm saying is there's only one gender in a relationship that can disrespect you, raise their voice to you, put their hands on you, hold sex hostage, and when it ain't even that good, and still get everything that they could ever want and not earn it by way of making money. Because when you think about it, if a woman refuses me, I'm still gonna be able to eat. So I got a job because society told me I had to have one. With that job, I'm gonna be able to house myself. With that job, I'm gonna be able to clothe myself. With that job, I'm gonna be able to feed myself. So if that happens and I don't give you anything, that means you're gonna have to be me, which is the whole goal of being equal, right? I just want that to happen for a year. Just saying.
I guess I should be with you.
You don't have to be with me.
It'd definitely be interesting though. So, wow.
I mean, what if
year.
what if a woman's power of the booty was just like snatched away and she had to perform as a human? As a human being, you have to perform to get anything out of me. So that means with men, we'll see for women, security is their biggest tenet. Okay.
Yep. Gotta be secure.
In every way, right? Well, a man's biggest tenet is respect, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and sex is like whatever, because it ain't that good, and I'm allowed to tell you that because we're equals.
Oh wow.
I mean, you don't screw me like the lady on TV does. So guess what? You freaking suck, because this is a performance thing now, because we're equal. So if that's the case, what you're left with is the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got. That's all you have. If sex is off the table and you don't have the power of sex and you can't hold it hostage and use it as a weapon, because if you don't think women weaponize sex, you're stupid.
All day, every day, baby.
Exactly. So if you don't have that power anymore, you have to perform as a human being, and you will be paid accordingly. So if you want to drive that Escalade for free, you're gonna have to respect me. If you don't respect me, then you're gonna be walking, or you will have to get a job and earn it like I do. Just a year. I want to see what the world looks like after the fact. On the 366th day, I want to know what the world would be like after that experience. So if you didn't know, folks, this is a hey ladies. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, I was like, well, we got a hey ladies going on. But hey,
Just a year, just 1 year. Could you come over here and help me? Yeah, that's gonna cost you.
I mean, yeah.
50% up front. Because don't get me over there and something about, I ain't got but a little bit of money. Okay, well, I got a little bit of service for you.
Wow.
Or I want to keep my maiden name. Can we just hyphenate my name? Okay, I have some hyphenated responsibility for you too.
Oh shit, damn.
Ooh, so that jacked up ass credit you got gonna stay there. Because see, when we go buy a house, they average them together. So yeah, you stay where you are and I'll stay where I am. Doesn't that sound horrible? But women do it to us all the time, and it's okay. So if a woman doesn't have that power, she has to perform as a human being.
Dun, dun.
So you a first round draft pick, and you better be able to throw all 5 passes if you can. Yeah, you can be riding the bench. Then I'm gonna waive you. And because you suck so bad, I'm gonna take some of that prorated signing bonus you got too.
Dang, you cold blooded.
No, I'm not. That's what women do this to us all the time, bro.
Yeah, see,
They talk about this. They talk about us just like I'm talking about them right now.
Yeah.
But you are cringing because the dude is saying it.
I'm not really cringing.
You kind of are, which is normal, because there are certain things that I can say that if a woman says it, it has a totally different response from the general public.
No, I guess my statement is that's why I'm buying my own house.
I understand that, but see, you're missing the point.
No.
Yeah, actually, you are the point, because see, you're single and you are doing all your stuff. You don't need a woman for anything.
Well,
but see, the world doesn't really rock that way, because actually what you're doing is preparing yourself, your life, for a woman. That's a lot of power for somebody to come around and disrespect you.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No, it's not happening around. No,
Oh,
man.
you're so cute.
I am
Look
cute,
at
but
you.
I works too damn hard for
We
this.
all do, and we all get disrespected. So guess what, sir?
Or she ain't gonna be with me.
Yeah, she'll be with you.
Eh,
She'll be able to get anything she wants out of you, sir.
we'll see.
Well, that's the hey, ladies. I'm not gonna make it this last very long, but I did want to throw that out there.
All right. Look at that. Hey, ladies. This guy over here doing his work. All right. So we got a new segment. It's called Hero and Zero. It's very simple. Each week, well, not each week, but whenever we do the segment, each one of us will have a hero, which basically means someone or something that is positive that we want to shout out. And we also gonna have a zero, which basically means something negative that we need to shout out because some people just gotta get put on blast like that because it's necessary. So, the first thing I'll do is I will do my hero. I'll start it out. I'll do my hero. So, my hero for this week is the XFL. I'm a fan of the XFL. I've always been a fan of the XFL. You know, I watched the DC Defenders play today. You know, of course, everybody knows Southeast Virginia, whatever. Yo, man, it's nice to see solid football in DC. You know, I'm also a Commander fan, and I say that because right now, that's the only football that's going on in DC. So it's solid. They scored the most points in the XFL so far this season. They beat a team who won their first two games off of comebacks in the fourth quarter. And, you know, they got them to the point where they want to fight them because they lose it. You know, and at that point in time, if you fighting other dudes, you fight the dudes after you taking that L, you just a PAB to me. So my hero for this week is gonna be the DC Defenders / XFL. I'm a fan of the XFL. I think it's been really good. It's watchable, and I like Dean Blandino. He's showing us, hey, boom, boom, this is what's going on, you know, because he is the head referee guy, and he's head referee guy for every game. Boom, boom. They take us behind the scenes, which to me makes it just a much more enjoyable game. Never will we have a complaint about BS calls and all the other stuff. So that is my hero today. AG, what's your hero for this show?
My hero today is U.S. military troops. Those are my heroes for today.
Okay.
Conversely, my zero for today is the U.S. government that oversees said troops.
Oh,
I don't understand how in the world somebody that takes a gun to work, that's a requirement. Fight wars as a requirement. Always be ready to be away from your family for at least 6 months at a time as a requirement. Cannot and don't get paid based on the danger or potential danger that they're in 24/7. Okay. I don't understand how a government can treat their employees once they've gone the way that they do. And what I mean by that is I'm thinking that, especially when you're in the military, I'm thinking that they are taking care of these people. They are not. When you're in, they kind of sort of do. When you're out, they certainly don't. If you get sick, because see, here's the thing. I started watching the Jon Stewart show, the new show he's got on Apple TV Plus. This was the first episode. It was the entire episode. And so the way the government gets rid of things in a wartime situation, they dig an enormous hole and they dump everything in this hole and light it on fire with jet fuel. Now, that's bad enough for the environment, but they do this right next to a base. There are people that are there in their just regular fatigues no gas mask, no skin protection, no nothing next to this thing to, to kind of control it because that's their job to do. 7 years later, they come home, and they end up with all sorts of cancers, all sorts of issues. And so they put the burden of proof on the service members to prove that they got sick because of this particular endeavor. And it's like the government wants to have different studies done and this and that and the other because they don't have enough information. Big finger quotes there. And all they're really doing is making sure they don't have to pay. Now, we have all heard, about everything that was going on with the VA, especially when Obama was president, trying to clean all that stuff up. But see, this goes way deeper than that. The bottom line is, if you're military and your job is to protect this country at whatever post that you have, the government is not looking out for you in any way. They don't pay you enough. They don't insure you enough. They don't take care of you well enough. And after you leave, it's even worse. And for a country that's all about support the troops and this and that and whatever it is, everybody making money off of this, especially the NFL, they're the worst because of what I'm talking about. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying, how in the world are you going to say, support the troops, I love the troops, whatever, and then have our government treat them like they're second-class citizens or worse? So the government, with respect to the military in particular, is my zero.
All right. Nice. So my zero for the week is funny. It's not the government, but we're going to talk about someone who talks about the government. Yo, man, my zero for the week is Fox News.
Wouldn't that be the zero every week?
I mean, yeah, but they're special this week because, normally, yeah, you're right, they're zero every week. But yo, man, possibly the greatest thing that happened during the Trump non-election was the fact that everybody was talking about the counters, the vote counters from Dominion.
Still?
And, well, yeah, but Dominion, Fox News came out, was like, yo, it's Dominion's fault. It's Dominion's fault. It's Dominion's fault. Well, Dominion said, bet. $1.3 billion lawsuit. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, the coolest things about that is they subpoenaed a whole bunch of stuff, including text messages and emails for the people who work at Fox, where these people are literally saying, such as your Tucker Carlsons and the other ones who are just whatever.
Sean Hannity.
Yep, Hannity and
all that whole bunch.
Yeah, in their text message, their group text literally says, "This election has not been stolen. This is legit. But we got to keep talking about this shit because if not, Newsmax will take our customer base, and then we're going to be nothing." Well, guess what? You're about to be $1.3 billion of nothing because they're going to win that shit. And the sad part about it, and this is why there's zero. The zero is because all this comes out, yet their fan base, they have literally double and triple down on the lies, and their fan base doesn't believe the truth anymore. They believe the lies that they talked about. Nobody's going to Newsmax. They're still lying to everybody, and God knows why did they get ratings. At this point in time, they're probably worse than the My Pillow guy. And that dude has got problems. So, you're right. Fox News is always a zero every week. But today, they're a special zero because they're a special group of human beings who can literally lie to the American public. Comes out that they're lying to the American public, but the American public that they serve are still so unintelligent that they don't believe the lies that they told, and they think the truth is a lie, and it's the worst shit ever. It's the whole thing's just the worst shit ever. And thank you, Fox News, for being my first zero, because Lord knows, I'm pretty sure next week you'll try to find a way to double down and be my zero for next week. But I'm gonna do my best to try not to. So,
Man, I mean, in Fox News' defense, they are low hanging fruit, sir.
I mean, they are, but you know what? I felt like chopping it down today.
I ain't mad at you.
That tree got to go.
Can I get you an axe?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I'll get you the axe to George Washington using that lie.
Rupert Murdoch, man.
Hey, man.
The guy is.
He gonna have to stroke that check. This is not going away.
And the funny thing about all of it is, nobody knew who made the machines. Nobody gave a damn about who made the machines. But now everybody knows Dominion. And first of all, they don't need to sell another machine because they're about to be $1.3 billion richer. And Rupert Murdoch got that money. So don't forget to call on your boy, the My Pillow guy, for more commercials, because you're going to need that shit. Tell him to make some other shit. That is if he's not in jail for some dumb shit, because Lord knows he's trying to sell everything, and he's about to sell people out. So what's on
Brown? Brown.
Yo, man, speaking of which, before we get into what's on your mind,
What's up?
do you know that they're doing New Jack City in the theater?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, New Jack City's timeless, man.
Yeah. Did you know Alan Payne is still
G Money?
G Money? See, here's the thing, right? Because if I'm correct, didn't G Money die?
Yeah, he died in the end.
So, yeah, he's
playing G Money at his age,
bro. That dude looks younger than me, and he's. I mean, like
he does take good care of himself. That's for sure.
Bro, that dude look. I mean, damn, man. I think I look pretty good for 49.
Okay, who they got playing Nino Brown?
Man, I don't know, some dark complected dude.
Man, I ain't mad at Alan Payne because his Payne worked, but I would have never figured that he would play him at that age.
Bro, he's got to be playing G Money, because for him to play anybody else would just be stupid.
I mean, he played an old man that shot Nino Brown at the end.
Nah, man. Nah. if you could do New Jack City, and you're not, because my first, I was like, damn, G Money in this. Maybe he take over. Wait a minute. G Money died.
Yeah, the last thing he said was, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Pat.
Yeah. So I'm like, what are they doing? A before G? Like, what are they doing? A prequel on this shit? So unless G Money had a kid and he came and took over, I don't know. But all I know is they had the scope, and I was just like, yo. His face, the first one up there, and I was like, "Damn."
Hey man, G Money's character, hey, I'm sure it's really good. I'm just surprised that they got him playing G Money.
He's got to play G Money. If he plays anything else, it's not worth seeing.
Well, that's you'll have to look that up and tell us for another show.
Yeah, because I'm not going to see that shit. I mean, it's just not happening. Not that I think it's shit, but I don't do theater like that, and you
should try the theater, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah. I hope to have a good show. I just ain't gonna be there. It costs way too much to see something I can just pull up on HBO Max or something. I mean, because they've been playing that shit on HBO recently, which is interesting. But yeah, man. I mean, Pastor 57. Before Pastor 57, he was Nino Brown.
He was.
Before he went to jail for tax evasion, he was Nino Brown.
Truth. Oh well, actually, he's always Nino Brown.
Yeah, before he was in Stallone's movie, the third one, he was Nino Brown. He'll always be Nino Brown.
Yes.
So, what's on your mind, AG?
My wife. And I shouldn't say that because the way you let it, I shouldn't say it that way. My wife is always on my mind. However,
I hope so.
Yes, she is. I want to shout her out for reasons that I will reveal later. I'm very proud of her. She's done extremely well under difficult circumstances. She is my hero. I'm sure there's an S in a phone booth around here somewhere. So just want to shout her out today.
Wouldn't it be a B for Boo Love?
Well, actually, she's got all the letters of the alphabet. Actually,
That's a long name.
yeah, it really is.
Okay. Long as we understand that, we good. Because 8 through 26 letters, man.
Hey
I
man,
don't know how you gonna make that work, but hey,
she can make it all work, bro.
awesome. What's on my mind is bro. This is my type of season. I love it, and I'm not talking about the weather, bro. The last 2 weeks of sports have probably been some of the most phenomenal this year, obviously because it's soon, but even the NBA is going buzzer beaters, NHL going buzzer beaters, college, man, nobody's safe in college, man. It's beautiful. There are like 4 buzzer beaters today, and the night's not even over yet. It's crazy, bro. Like, I love March Madness, but they need to call it half February Madness because I feel like for the last 2 weeks, it probably started right after the All-Star break, after Mac McClung won the dunk contest, and everybody's like, anything is possible.
So we Kevin Garnett in this now.
I mean, we got to do it. But yeah, man, it's like buzzer beaters. Like I'm telling you, in the NCAAs, if you got a number beside your name in the front, you ain't safe, man. You ain't safe.
Well, have they been safe? They haven't really been safe all season.
Yeah, but I mean, like, really, like even today, Houston, number one in the country, they had to hit a J to win the game. Like, it was tied up. Dude hit a J, no time left, and then the other team was mad because it looked like he pushed off. And I'm just like, bro, sometimes you just gotta let it play. I mean, it's what it is.
Lost.
I mean, Alabama lost. Yeah, I watched who was it? The Big South Championship today, and I don't remember the name of the team, but they were down like 18 with 9 minutes to go to the number 7 seed, the number 7, which they had more losses than wins, and they were either going dancing or going home. Yep. And they came back and beat the number 1 seed, came back and beat them and won the champ. Yo, bro, I've been seeing so much of this all for the last 2.5 weeks, man. This is the season. NCAA will be here before we know it. It is awesome. I'm here for every bit of it. And the Lakers won today. Yes, I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. And in April the 10th, life is going to suck because there ain't no real sports out there anymore. Except for
baseball's real sport.
Except for XFL. XFL still will be around. Baseball, hey, man, if you might be able to entice me to watch a 2.5-hour game. I love these new rules. However, there's some people who don't. And
they're all purists. Probably old white guys.
No, I'm talking about the players, man. You gotta
okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. But if you're telling me I can watch a baseball game in 2.5 hours now, bro, I might be here for that.
That's faster than a football game.
I might be here for that. You can't do shifts anymore. You can't do nothing.
Well, I thought shifts were limited.
No, you
can't do shifts at all.
You can't do shifts before the batter gets up there.
Wow. Okay.
So you got to do that shit before he steps on the plate. I mean, steps in the box. If you don't, like, that's a penalty. If it's a time, you can't be sitting there. Hold on, I gotta get this thing out my teeth. Nah, none of that bullshit. You on a pitch clock too. I mean, pitches.
A batting clock and a pitch clock.
Yeah, man, this shit's great.
Manny Machado got popped in spring training.
Bro,
he was the first one.
Yeah, man. They showed this joint where this dude struck out in 21 seconds. Out in 21 seconds.
Wow.
I mean,
now what is somebody like Bryce Harper gonna do? He's got his own routine and everything. How's he gonna?
That sounds like a him problem.
It really is.
And he gonna need to fix that shit.
He really is. Because I remember watching the World Series last year, and I'm like, dude, you take all day to go to bat.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Gotta get this wedgie out my pants.
Okay, whatever.
Gotta get this bubble gum, man.
Well, I do want to piggyback on you before we go. As far as the sports go, I want to give a big shout out to John Shire and Coach Krzyzewski. Number one, John Shire, first year as Duke head coach, got a regular season sweep of the North Carolina Tar Heels. That's impressive. Coach Krzyzewski, I appreciate the fact that you are all world and you the GOAT and not making it about you and not showing up last night. That was impressive. So go Duke.
All right, North Carolina. But I had to mark it here first. UNC about to win the ACC tournament to get in.
They're gonna have to.
I mean,
They're gonna have to. And if they play like they did last night, they're not gonna do anything.
nah, they're gonna win it. The reason why they're gonna win it is because they got a freaking double bye. And it's
no, North Carolina got a double bye.
Well,
Sure, Duke does.
Well, no, it's the first round. It's like 4 because it's like 16 teams. It's freaking
I realize that, but how does North Carolina qualify for a double bye?
Because Duke gets a triple bye. Like the top 4 get a triple bye.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
because it's like 4 teams that play on one day. Then of course those teams that win get into the first round. I mean second round technically, and then that's North Carolina plays in that third round, and then the fourth round is the quarterfinals. So it's it's like, oh my God, you got 2 goddamn teams in the tournament. But hey, man, I get it. You know, North Carolina got a pretty good draw. They don't see Duke unless they get to the championship game.
Well, North Carolina's not playing well enough to not be afraid of anyone. They're not playing well right now.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, I love UVA. But if there's a time to beat UVA, like, here's the thing, man. In the grand scheme of things, North Carolina was in the NCAA championship game last year.
Yeah.
If you think North Carolina can't turn this shit on, like starting the first game of their first game of the ACC tournament, win the ACC tournament, and then go in and win a national championship, or at least get to the final, they can win 10 in a row.
No one's saying they can't. All I'm saying is they're not playing well enough to beat anybody right now.
Which is crazy because like their record is like 19-11. And like they're on I guess they must have beat up on a whole bunch of scrubs. I mean, I don't really know their schedule.
They haven't played well until lately. They've won their last 5, but they haven't played well, man.
Well, until they lost to Duke.
Well, they didn't play well last night.
No.
And so what I'm telling you is the ACC isn't so weak that you can just like phone it in. And if you're not playing well, somebody's going to beat you.
But I would also say the ACC isn't strong enough to be scared of.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the ACC in a vacuum. If you are playing in the ACC tournament and you're playing like North Carolina is right now, you won't make it out. You will be sitting home.
Yeah, but I think they're going to turn on the ACC tournament. We'll see.
They better win it. They better win it.
I don't think they need to win it. I think they need to get to the finals.
No,
I think they get to the finals.
Okay. I'm going to say this. We need to end the show because this conversation lasts 4 hours. What I'm telling you is there's a lot riding on them winning last night, and they lost.
Correct.
They're going to have to win it all for them because they're at large right now, and they're at large, going to the bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't win it all, you're not going. I'm telling you, man, the tournament officials are not afraid to leave a blue blood team at home because it happened to Duke.
I mean, well,
nothing. It happened to Duke.
Yeah, but they didn't have a good record either. They were like 16-14.
Whatever I'm telling you, if North Carolina doesn't win it all, chances are they're going to be at home.
We'll see. Because I think if they win 3 games, 1, 2, I think they make it to the finals. I think they're in. I mean, just because I don't trust the NCAA to leave them out. I just don't.
I do. Take us home, man.
Hey, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the show today. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all listening to it on the podcast. We are here on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, on YouTube, and on my Facebook page. If you're my friend, if you're not, it's okay. I'm not friends with a whole lot of people. Thank you, AG, for being on the show today. We'll see Mo B next week. And once again, thank everybody listening to being here. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Hey, man, let's do it. Next week, we'll be back for another live show at 9 p.m. And as always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of